Hey guys, welcome to Spoiler Alert with me, Cinephile Sanket. So, in this episode, I have invited a very special guest. Her name is Nazia Khan, and Nazia ma'am is my professor and she loves Bollywood films. So, in this episode itself, we are going to be discussing a Bollywood film called Kapoor and Sons, which is directed by Shakun Badra, starring Rajat Kapoor, Ratna Patak Shah, Rishi Kapoor and Siddharth Malhotra and Fawad Khan. So do check it out. This film is currently streaming on Netflix and I think on Amazon as well. So first watch that film and then watch the spoiler-filled discussion on that film. Hi Nazia ma'am, welcome to Spoiler Alert with me, Cinephile Sanket. So in this episode, we are going to discuss your one of your favorite film called Kapoor and Sons, directed by Shakun
Yes.
Batra. So,
Yeah.
ma'am, firstly, I'll introduce the film. It's about two brothers who come to their hometown to meet their grandfather who is pretty ill, and it's nostalgia time for them because they are chaos of the family returns to their life again. So they have to deal with all their chaos. So that
Yeah.
that. So, ma'am, I wanted to ask you, what was your experience watching this film?
Uh, I love the film Kapoor and Sons primarily because it shows relationships to be very real, right? Like, unlike what we have seen in Bollywood movies all this while, where you have an ideal son, you have ideal parents, we don't show them as humans. And everyone has their own journey. Everyone learns, and everyone is becoming parents for the first time. They are raising a family for the first time. And the kids also, they don't know about these relationships, so everything is very new in this. And that's what I loved about this film, because it's very realistic in nature. So I think that is that is what makes it one of my all-time favorites, like one of my all-time favorites.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's the thing. So, for me also, it was the same experience, similar kind of experience, because we
Yeah.
all know that in our Hindi film industry, we have seen films like Hum Aapke Kaun and like Hum Saath Saath Hai. Those were kind of films we were used to watching it, and all those
Yeah.
Rajshri production films.
Yeah.
I don't know how like properly because I have only watched that films in parts, but since I've watched this film, I just loved how the chaos in the family was very authentic because I actually in some instance related to all the characters in the films,
Yeah.
not just with one or particularly one character, but all the characters uh, even even not just about the family chaos which was happening, but also the relationship between Siddharth Malhotra's character and Alia Bhatt's character when they like obviously
True.
in a past Bollywood films we are
Yeah.
we are like told that okay people a guy and a girl meets in a very romantic situation where like songs
Yeah.
happen and all those glamorous stuff happen, but in this film it was completely opposite of it, where they were
True.
just like met in a party and like they were just
Yeah.
hanging around and they became friends, and like it was so authentically portrayed in the film. I was
True.
just impressed about it. So like what was your reaction to their relationship in
So,
the film?
as you mentioned, right, we have grown up watching movies of Rajshri Productions like Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, Hum Saath Saath Hai, and Dharma movies like Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. And, we have seen all these movies in a very idealistic setting. Having said that, we've grown up watching them. Those are still our, like, we still enjoy watching them. So we still love those characters and all of those things, right? And that is the reason why these movies come as such a real, surprise, a pleasant surprise to, see that, we can have that kind of bandwidth in our industry. And while I love Kapoor and Sons, I equally love Hum Saath Saath Hai, I equally love Hum Aapke Hai Kaun. I would not, kind of compare them, or put one other down, but definitely not. They did deserve that kind of space, Sanket, in my opinion. When Hum Aapke Hai Kaun came in, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, people wanted that kind of entertainment. right? Our industry as an entertainment industry or cinema, it is just like a demand and supply industry, just like any other industry. So media products are also made in accordance to what people enjoy, right? And that is what we idealized for the longest time. But with Kapoor and Sons, it also shows that, a family might not always be just ideal, and we need to accept our relationships the way they are. So that is the reality that was beautifully portrayed, and that's what, I love about Kapoor and Sons. What they showed was not just about the beauty of a family, but also friends, like genuine friendships, right? Like Siddharth Malhotra meets his school friend, and they just reconnect from where they had left off. And we all have had those friends where we would have loved to, stay with them and continue with this relationship, but it never happened. We kind of drifted apart. But whenever you meet, there is nothing lost. You pick up from where you left. Then such innocent moments between the grandfather and the grandson and things like that, right? So I think I loved that the most.
Oh wow! Even I also loved where so I feel I felt that there was no hero of this film. Like there's no lead actor in this film, not Rishi Kapoor, nor Siddharth Malhotra, or nor Fawad Khan. But the hero was the house, the mansion they had, the bungalow they had, and that's actually very cool thing about this film because I feel very rarely there's a film where there's there's an ensemble cast, and there is a one like there is a one person who is the hero of that whole story. But in this film that was not the instance of the film, and I like that part very much, that the house they actually portrayed, like they actually told a story about a family and about a house, and that was a very cool thing about it. Like I just loved it. But also, what was your favorite scenes of the film, ma'am?
Difficult to pick any, but like, I would definitely want to add to what you have just mentioned, that we are slowly and steadily moving towards narratives where there is not one heroine, there is not one central character. Each character, and this is truly what an ensemble means or ensemble cast means, right? Because all of them have those equal moments where they're shining on screen. The characters have the opportunity to unravel on screen and, understand and do whatever that they want. So in my opinion, the this is the beauty of an ensemble cast or a big star cast movie where everyone has their moments of shining. And there is not one particular hero or one particular heroine. Like, I cannot say that, this character's storyline was more important than the other character's storyline. So I believe something like this is beautiful. And how that relationship that grows between characters, those are my key moments, which are my favorite moments, right? Where you have shown them raw, where you have shown them, unfiltered and things like that, which is very pretty, which is very beautiful as to how they talk about it, right? So one of those key moments as to where, Alia Bhatt and Siddharth Malhotra's character, they are not on a date. They're just out doing some work, and then he offers a phantom cigarettes, and and then they're just recollecting what is happening, what used to happen in their childhood and things like that. So I think that was something that was really beautiful. And then how, the grandson and grandfather, they had their own secrets, and they had a different relationship apart from, there were interpersonal relationships between them. So that was something that was really beautiful.
Yeah, so even for me, actually the best part was actually the relationship between Rishi Kapoor's character and Siddharth and Fawad's character. In one instance, they were actually smoking weed, and like he just Rishi Kapoor just told Siddharth's character to just get that substance, or get that thing from the drawer, and it actually was weed, and they were just smoking for a bit. And like it was one of the cool moments for me in like any Bollywood film, because like I haven't seen a scene like that in any films, not even in any Hollywood films as well. So I'm just a fan of Hollywood as well, but like
Yeah,
I haven't seen that kind of moment in Hollywood, and that was one of my favorite parts
true,
of. And
true.
even how did the songs played out for you? Like, since you are also a Bollywood fan.
Songs.
Yeah, songs.
Uh, Yeah, because I feel that in movies these days, and especially in Kapoor and Sons, you don't feel that the song is just put into the film just for the heck of it. Then it is not just on your screen for the heck of it. Like there is no random item number. There is no, out of this, like a, dream sequence or something like that. All the situations did match the narrative very well, and they made a promotional song, I guess, Bolna, which was, I think, used in the movie beautifully as a backdrop. But all the songs did suit the narrative very well, and it didn't sound like they're pushing so much, right? So the music changes as per the mood of the story. So that is what something that is beautiful in the movie about the music that is there. And that is, I think, something we all should understand, that music is there to enhance your experience of story narration. And if that happens, and when then you see that unfolding, it is beautiful. It is, you actually understand that that music has played a major role in narrating that story. Like, for example, that Dadaji's birthday song, and the Kargai Chul, like typical party number that Bollywood is popular for. But how beautifully did it match the narrative of the movie was something that
Even
I really
also
liked.
that song where like they were like the entire family, the extended family, they got together and they were singing an old song. They it was just perfectly set up. I forgot the name of the song, but it was. Do you remember which song it was?
I think they were singing like when they have this family session, no, where
Yeah,
they're singing
exactly.
for each other. I don't it was some retro number, but I can't recollect. I haven't seen the movie in a very long time. But yeah, it was a very cute moment where they have kept that session, that when families sits together, they enjoy those moments together, and you just sing, because music forms a very important part of your memory, right? Like, so you're from your college, from your childhood. So that is beautifully shown as to how they were singing for each other and with each other.
Exactly, like that was for me was one of the realistic authentic portrayal of a family where the extended family get-togethers and gets together, and like they it's just so great, like so good, where like this is
Exactly.
like this is a uh, every family does that, and that's actually
Yeah.
very like great. That's what makes this film such a great film, and that's like I just love about like those things. And but also was Fawad Khan's being gay at the end was like did you
Yeah.
expected that?
No, not really, but there was definitely, I was expecting that there is a backstory to it. And but definitely not such a this thing, because very rarely have we managed to give that credit or that respect to an LGBTQ character in our movies. And we have started doing that, obviously, but this was so beautifully managed, right? How crucial the coming out story is for every kid, how crucial that moment is, what is the pressure that a kid feels, and how, as grown-ups, they still can't cope up with the pressure that the parents have put them to be in a specific way, to fit those labels that they want. So which is why I feel that definitely it was not expected, because they had not dropped a hint directly in the movie. But there were key moments after it is revealed, and then if you watch it again, once the secret is revealed to you, and if you watch it again, you see there are subtle hints throughout the movie, where it can hint that he is not straight. So I think something like that was a good moment, a happy realization, and at the same time, it hits you hard to see that the kind of pressure that they feel. And I feel that was something very beautifully managed between the son and the mother, because they have shared a special relationship throughout the movie. And for that reveal, for them to reveal that to each other, and to be in that moment and to absorb it in some way, was critical. And it couldn't have been any other way. So I believe they did manage to keep it raw with emotions. Yeah.
And even also this was one of the most twisting moments for me, and even also the death of Rajat Kapoor's character, like I was
Yeah.
devastated because like how how is it this turn happened. Like I was just surprised,
Yeah,
and also
yeah,
very sad that okay, like he was about to become something good, and then only like it
yeah.
got killed off, and it was just a tool to like I like I was just devastated by it. What was your reaction about that?
I mean, I saw it in theater, and that was, I think, a last show that I had seen, and and I just, I mean, obviously we all have long days at work and all of that, and just I was watching the movie, and then I was already throughout the movie, I was overwhelmed with emotions, and I was constantly crying. I cry at every drop of hat, so and I love emotional dramas, because they tell you so much about your own emotions, what you experience. So I love those dramas, but I was certainly not expecting it. And when that hits, and and when that kind of thing happens, and you really can't, you really, you were not expecting that, because we are used to happy endings, right, in Indian, like अगर सब कुछ ठीक नहीं हुआ तो पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त, kind of a value system that we have followed throughout. So we as viewers, we were just hoping कि हाँ अब ठीक हो जाएगा, अब वो अपने घर पे जाएगा, अपने बच्चों के साथ रहेगा, he will confess it to his wife, and he will do those things and all of those factors. And just it doesn't happen that way, and that is exactly why it shows that you should not in I mean, if you should be loyal, or you should be true to your feelings. And if you know that you want to love your wife, or you want to love your family and want to give them time, stop waiting for a day when that might happen or that might not happen. Just live that day, and just don't hold that grudge for so long, and tell that to your family. Or like for the wife also, if you know you have a grudge, and if you know you have a feeling, fix your relationship right away, talk about it. I mean, I might sound insensitive about it, but it is really important that when she knows, she is resentful towards him, because she knows somewhere that she doesn't want to know the truth. She's doubting him, but she doesn't want to know the truth, because she's okay being resentful, she's okay being unhappy, not okay with it, but she has somewhere found, she's getting, she's comfortable. She doesn't want to face the reality, because she knows that somewhere it might be harsher than what she believes in. So she is mad at herself, she is mad at her husband. But which I feel that we should, we can in some way end that, and not be resentful, and have the courage to face the truth and fix it in some way, or move on if it is not going to be fixed, it cannot be fixed. So something like that was when the tragedy hits the family. They all realize their mistakes, they all realize that, oh, I should have done this later. Like Fawad realizes that that was not the way to come out to my mother, that was not, I shouldn't have taunted her about her own marriage. And Ratna Pathak's character, she does regret in some way that she was resentful, and she also could have tried to fix, and obviously you cannot cover up for the fact that he was cheating on her. uh, but yeah, why didn't I have that particular conversation with him clearly and openly, and things like that. So I think it was a very big learning moment, or a moment of revelation for everyone about what they have been. And when something happens that you don't expect, how life hits you hard. So
Even like you said a very brilliant point where like just I just thought that amidst this whole chaos there were some moments. What happened was after the entire family, the extended family getting together,
yeah,
there were some moments where Ratna Bhattak and Rajat Kapoor's characters were
yeah,
actually like falling in love with each other once again.
just
And
rediscovering themselves. It's not like they were in love at some point, and they're just remembering those moments and rediscovering those was really important. And then suddenly they remembered themselves, that why we were together, why we got married. And that was like really heartbreaking to see, that just when they were planning to get together to do something about it, to improvise their relationship, this happened. So yeah,
That actually was one of my very heartfelt like moment in this film where
yeah,
there is actually a chaos, there is a troubled
yeah,
family, but there is
yeah,
also something which actually is getting improved, and I was
yeah.
just
Like
loving it.
yeah, as I said, we're used to happy endings. We don't expect like सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. और जब नहीं होता है तो तुम्हें पता होता है कि okay, this is not going the way that you expected it to be. You might not have a happy ending, and this has happened suddenly. So they have lost a family member and things like that, right? So I think
Exactly.
that was beautiful.
Exactly. So, ma'am, finally, I have to end this conversation about your favorite film. So, thank you so much for coming to my podcast. It's been
Thank
a
you so
real
much.
pleasure.
I'm honored to be here, and I'm glad that you're doing what you love, and you're consistent with it, and you're doing so much, and you're keeping at it. You're not giving up, and you're exploring amazing content, and you're putting out amazing content for people to explore about this very beautiful industry. A lot of people love cinema, but very few people are ready to learn about it every day. Very few people are ready to explore it every day. So I think that is beautiful, and all the best for your journey.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your
Okay,
kind words, ma'am.
and I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad we could have this conversation.
Sure, ma'am. Anytime, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank
Yeah.
you.